Man, that is a handsome guy, isn't he, Greg?
Sure is.
All right, we're here with Greg, part 2 of how to get the most out of your remodel with Murray Lampert Design, Build, Remodel. Greg, this excites me because this really takes homeowners, or potential homeowners even, through the process and how to be secure they're doing the right thing.
Right, and what a homeowner really needs to know is that there's specific language that the Contractor State License Board has for contracting, and there's some things that you really need to look out for and make sure are in the contract and the scope of work.
Okay, so everything needs to be in writing. And then what about allowances? You've talked about this.
Well, let's back up a second. So in a contract, there should be the working days, how long it's going to take.
Okay.
There should be, if there's going to be a down payment, it can't be more than $1,000 or 10%.
Is that whatever's less?
Whichever is less. I said the working days and the progress payment schedule with milestone payments so that you make sure that each phase is completed before you make that payment.
Okay, and your first, your deposit is due when generally?
Typically at contract signing, but not always. Some companies don't take a down payment, so I mean, you might just ask questions about that. But back to the allowances. An allowance is a provision for finishes, such as tile or granite. And if the finishes aren't specifically called out that you want in your contract, there should be an allowance. And you should know that that allowance is going to cover what your taste is. So don't trust the contractor to have put the right amount of allowance in the contract.
Okay, and there's got to be a cap on that, right? An agreement.
There's an agreement, but it's in the contract and it's a specific dollar amount. So you might want to go shopping and see what that's going to buy and make sure it's up to par with what your taste is.
Okay, and then you've mentioned detailed scope of work.
Correct.
What do you mean by that?
So a scope of work is contract specifications that is in homeowner language. It's a word picture so that you understand what you're going to get. Everything's detailed out from the permits, the design, all the way through to finish.
Okay, and you know, you've said this before, it's a lot like a marriage. This is a huge commitment. You want to make sure you're getting into the right relationship.
Right, it is a marriage, and it's communication, it's give and take, and so it's really important that you're comfortable with the company. Don't get into a bad marriage.
All right, Murray Lampert Design, Build, Remodel. Greg Cantor, thank you so much, my friend, our resident pro and co-host. Call 619-500-9485 if you want to contact Murray Lampert Design, Build, Remodel.